And welcome into the broadcast of the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Football Game from Tracy, California at Tracy High School. It's June 16, 2018, and this is the voice of Stockton, KXVS and KXVS Sports. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Dustin Brakebill, and we will be joined by multiple people tonight talking about this Lions All-Star Game, and we're getting ready. North will receive the ball. South will kick it. Head coach for the North, Anthony Martinez of the Lincoln High School in Stockton, California. And we're getting ready to kick off, and the South will kick it. And we are underway. This one's back into the end zone, touchback. The North will start. The rules of the game, it's special kind of rules. 12 minutes quarters. Every player must play at least 3 minutes per half. We'll give you more rules as the game goes on. The North will start from the 20-yard line. Quentin Gaines under center for the North to start this on the Lincoln High School quarterback out of Stockton. Handoff by the North, and they're not going to get that much. Tackle by number 15, Gabriel Cordero. Michael Ramos, the ball carrier out of Lathrop High School. Gaines gets the ball, snap, Lincoln looking. The Lincoln quarterback looking. Takes this one and runs, and he's tackled by a bunch of guys from the South. Third down and 8, 11-10 in this ball game. Just starting here at Wayne Schneider Stadium at Tracy High School. Gaines and shotgun. Lincoln High School runs the air raid system. If you're a big college football fan, you know that system. Gaines, nice little pass, but couldn't connect to his wide receiver, Ruben Lee, out of Brookside Christian. And the punt unit will come out for the North. As I said, some of the rules, 10-point rule will be in effect, only used in the second half, and can only be used twice but not consecutively. That's another rule in this game. Back to receive for the South, Eric Dobbins. Nice small kick. This one barely gets the 50-yard line over that. And the South will start. So the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game, as I said, 45 years of this great game. South and shotgun, looking hand off the ball. Nope, it's quarterback keeper. Gets out to around the 40-yard line. Quarterback at number 1, Anthony Caballero from Los Banos. Ball being spotted at the 41-yard line for the South. Hurry up offense for the South. In motion, handoff. Number 28 has the ball. Nope, quarterback keeper. Fooled me up here in the broadcast booth. That was a gain of 3 yards for the South. Hurried up offense for the South as they get the call and they look. Carberlo looks out to his running back. Nice tackle right there, made by number 5, Christian Reyes at Tracy High School. Third down and 5 to go for the South. As I mentioned, the hurry-up offense. Handoff, number 47, Jacob Vancouver from Patterson. Winuku. And referees are calling for time. That'll be a first down. And the South are looking to go again. Hurry up offense. Handoff. And not a lot of yards. That's Tyler Etheridge out of Turlock running the ball right there. Caballero looks, runs, scrambles, tries to shake one defender, gets tackled though. Mendoza with the tackle, the Lincoln High School product. Third and 9 to go, 8:49 here in the first quarter. Caballero looks, finds his open man, and he makes a catch. Daniel Guerrero from Los Banos also. Quarterback to wide receiver combination for Los Banos right there. 4th and 1 to go. Hurrying up offense for the South. Hands it off to the big man. Vancouver gives it the fullback. First down, the South. Hurry up offense. Scrambling the South. Cabrero. Flag called. Nice tackle though right there by Reyes. The Tracy Bulldog himself. First and 10 to go. They're waving the flag off. Man in motion for the South. Looks nice, quick pass to Etheridge, and that was all hands right there. That was a nice act of juggling, but didn't get the ball. Intended for number 10, Jordan Porter out of Turlock. Third and goal. And the South will take a timeout. with 7:18 in the first quarter. You're watching the 45th annual Lions All-Star football game from Tracy High School. Back after this. Welcome back to the Lions All-Star game here at Wayne Schneider Stadium in Tracy, California. Dustin Brakebill on hand for the call of this game as the South team looking to score right here in the first quarter. Cabrera under center for the South. Flag thrown. Looking but gets nailed. Wow, what a hit. Fourth and goal to go, but there's a flag. Let's see what they're going to call right here. Cabrera, nice little reverse right there. Trips up. Number 3, Garrett Egan out of Merced. And the field goal unit is out for the South. Edmund Adams takes it up and in. Field goal is good. The South leads 3-0 so far right here in the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game with 6:03 left in the first quarter. KXVS on hand for this game tonight. It's a nice day here in the Central Valley, a little windy, but that's about it. Ruben Lee back to receive for the North. So is Walter Maymon. Adams kicking off for the South. And ball's in the air. Mammon grabs it. Has the ball. Nice little after burst. Gets it around the 35-yard line. Now let's see what Quentin Gaines and the Team North have up in sleeve for this series. And this drive. As I mentioned, Both teams like to go fast. Lincoln runs the air raid system, which, famous in college football for many teams, different versions. Coach Martinez at Lincoln likes to run that system. Gaines gets the ball. So hand it off. Gets a couple yards. Is number 7, Lee Webb out of Stagg High School. Gaines barking out this. Gets the quick pass out to Ruben Lee. Lee has the ball. Looking to turn the corner. Lee gets the ball. Puts a shoulder into a man. Gaines getting the call from Martinez. Team North is in midfield. Gaines gets the ball at quarterback draw, but South looks at that one and gets him right there. .451 in the first quarter. South leading 3-0. Gaines looking over the sidelines for the call. Claps his hands. Gives it up to Webb. Webb gets the ball. Handoff. Nothing again. The South reads it well. Gaines telling the staff he does not like the call of running the ball because the South is figuring this one out. Gaines claps his hands, hands it off to Webb. Reverse out to Lee. Lee has the ball. And at midfield, tripped up, is Ruben Lee. .336 in the first quarter. 4th down and 8, and it looks like the South is going for, or excuse me, North is going for it. Gaines claps his hand once, looks for the call, but timeout by the North. You're watching the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Football Game from Tracy High School. Back after this on the Voice of Stockton. Welcome back to the broadcast. Dustin Brakebill at Wayne Schneider Stadium and Tracy High School for the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game. Team South currently leads 3-0, 3:16 remaining in the first quarter, and it's a 4th down for Team North. Quentin Gaines, the quarterback, claps his hand once, gets the snap, looking for a wide receiver, downfield passing, looking for number 2, overthrows his man. Jordan Watley was the intended wide receiver right there from Edison High School in Stockton. And it's a turnover on downs for Team North. Gaines, nice scrambling right there, looking for the open man, and then throws it downfield and finds Watley and Just overthrew him, basically. Quarterback change for the South in the series. From Patterson High School, Gabe Sanchez takes over. Sanchez calls his man in motion. That was a nice fly sweep, handed off to Etheridge. Etheridge has the ball. And nice tackle over there on the other side by number 10, Joseph Harryford. .46-yard line for the South. 2:45 remaining in the first quarter. And buried by the team North. South looked to run the ball right there and couldn't find an open gap. Sanchez gets the ball looking for this open man and finds him. And gets the first down. Daniel Guerrero with the reception right there. South looking to go quick. Nice little give and go, but Sanchez kept the ball and ran for about 2 yards. .124 remaining in the first quarter. South leading 3-0. Sanchez back in shotgun, looking. And he got swallowed up by number 35. Sanchez has the ball, looking, backs up, looks for it, and throws it right in front of Garrett Egan. He couldn't find an open man, so he just threw it into the ground. They're going to punt the ball now. 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Odd. Botch snap by South. Looking to punt it is Adams, and he's not going to keep it. And he gets taken down. Man, the North just found great field position, and they're going to look to take advantage of that. Quentin Gaines back in there at quarterback for Team North. Gaines hands it off to Ruben Lee. Ruben Lee gets taken down Cordero, the tackle for Team South. And that is the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, in the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game, the South leads 3. Team North 0. Back after this on the Voice of Stockton on KXVS. And welcome back to the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game. Team North with the ball right now. Quentin Gaines, the starting quarterback for the Team North from Lincoln High School in Stockton, California, is the quarterback. In a moment, Coach Doug Murray will be joining me. Gaines drops the ball, looks for his open man, finds Ruben Lee. Ruben Lee has it. Nice first down and more for Ruben Lee from Brookside Christian, and he runs out of bounds. And now joining me in the broadcast booth, the one and only Coach Doug Murray from San Joaquin Delta College. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm great with football. We'll probably get a taste.
Nice little play right there from Team North. Coach, as somebody who looks at this offense every day in practice, kind of with the air raid system, how do you think Coach Martinez has implemented his system for basically?
He now has the win in the second half, quarter. But, you know, with all the athletes they have out there, it's going to be hard to slow them down, even though obviously the South has a lot of talent.
Quentin Gaines looking for an open man, decides to take the ball himself, gets a little yardage right there. Coach, how long have you been coaching football, organized football?
Since 1981, high school or better, Coach. So
how much has the game changed for you?
Well, I mean, it's changed. I mean, the 11-on-11 on the field hasn't changed.
Yeah.
The some of the processes have, obviously has to do with eligibility transfer. Mm-hmm. But, you know, players are players, and, you know, the names of the positions on the field haven't changed. The field distance and length is the same. The football is the same. So pretty much it's still the same game, and I'm really glad for tonight because it gives me a chance to get back in the flow of football, and, you know, now that the NBA season's over.
If people don't know, Coach is a big hoops guy. His daughter plays at San Diego State, Najee Murray, who we've had on KXVS before.
Yeah.
And she had a great season this year as a freshman.
Yeah, she really, we were happy that she was party to it and had a great experience, and we'll see how the sophomore year goes.
So how much do you think this helps a quarterback like Quentin Gaines, who's been in the system for a couple of years under Coach Martinez, to play an all-star game like this first time?
Well, first of all, he's a great athlete. Number two, he was a competitor. And obviously having his high school coach him means the system's vernacular and language and play calling are all comfortable for him, and that really helps in a game like this.
Gaines hands the ball off to Ruben Lee from Brookside Christian, a great small school in Stockton, and as somebody who recruits that area, you know, you see the small schools.
We love the Brookside Christian kids, and they do a great job. They've won, you know, sections and NorCal championships and stuff, so it's a great small school program, absolutely, with big-time players.
Yeah, Quentin Gaines, another snap debacle right there, but picks up the ball, looking for the open man. All intercepted, though, by the South, and as a defensive coach and a defensive back coach, Coach, what happened right there?
Well, the South team stayed home on defense and didn't let anybody get away from them. Mm-hmm. And then Q tried to make a play on the run, and there was no room, and the kid just stepped in front. But they'll have other chances. So a great play by the South, and you saw that the North can move the ball.
South is currently leading 3-0 after a field goal. Defensive battle so far. Usually these all-star games are more offense.
Well, I think the win has something to do with it, and I think the teams are trying to establish the run, as I think we saw for both teams, and they have athletes. They just have to find a way to get them the ball out in space.
And we've seen both hurry-up offenses. More from the South is more of a hurry-up, but the North likes to take a little bit of time, but it's also a hurry-up. As a defensive coach, how much does that ruffle your feathers a little bit?
Well, I think it can if you're trying to prepare year to year. Mm-hmm. But in an all-star game, you're not going to have a million different defensive calls.
Yeah.
So as long as the kids can line up and just use their athleticism and skill, I think that can neutralize the hurry offensive advantage.
How much is the wind, do you think, is affecting this game so far from throwing-wise?
Well, I think it is, and it can, and I think the North came in maybe hoping to throw a little more to their skill guys, mm-hmm. And that might neutralize some of the play calls right now. But they're going to have to, let it go. I mean, you can only do two things. You can either hand off or throw it, so you don't want to cut half your offensive possibilities away just because of the wind.
Nice little sweep right there by the South, but the defense right there for the North had nice plays right from basically this defense lately. And Lincoln's coaching staffs, the coaching staff this year for the North team, how much do you think this helps them as coaches basically still getting it? It's Anthony Martinez is going to third year this year for Lincoln, but right. As a coaching staff, how does this help them going into next season?
Well, yeah, obviously it gives them more time with the staff, to build the camaraderie and all that, and it gives you a chance to just play call and
Cabrero,
wow,
nice shot over there,
a great catch.
First down by the South, but as you were saying, it helps the staff.
It helps the staff. It gives them a week to get some more coaching thoughts and ideas, schemes and strategies explored, and anything that will bring you together can make you better.
And Coach Martinez has a good person on his staff to learn from. Mark Miller, a former Lincoln High School coach, legend.
The legend. I talked to Coach Miller before the game, and he's absolutely a legend.
Nice handoff by the South right there, and they pick up some yardage, but are they going to call a fumble? And
they're good. They got the fumble.
They got the fumble
after a great run and play call by the South.
How big of a play is that though for this for the North right now after giving that big yardage?
Well, it also is a takeaway, and they had a takeaway against them, so this kind of neutralized that. Now they just have to get the field position flipped.
New quarterback for the North, and that's Isaiah Gomez, as we were talking about, from Brookside Christian. And is he going to look for Ruben Lee right here?
Well, they've been playing together a long time. It wouldn't surprise me. Two really good players.
As I mentioned before in the broadcast, that the Team North is running the air raid system, but hands it off right there. Nice little yardage right there from Ramos.
Yeah, he's the running back from Lathrop, I think.
Yes, he is, Coach.
Yeah. Well, the good news if the North can get the South to spread out a little bit to cover those skill guys, that can open up some gaps inside for their back. So it's a good scheme, very good scheme.
As a coach who looks at defense, so how big is a factor is the air raid system when you're trying to coach kids against it?
Well, you got to be really honest. You got to really be honest because of the quarterback threat to pull and run.
Yeah.
The reason why everybody runs it is because it's a heck of a threat, both run pass, not only in the box, but actually being able to take it and throw it out in space, those bubble screens and stuff on the same play. So it can put you in a bind. You just have to decide which players or plays you're going to try to stop and try to live with the rest.
Gomez in shotgun now. Two wide receivers to the right, three to the left. But
that was an empty look right there. Yeah, no back in the backfield.
encroachment, on the South.
South has always been extremely well coached and well prepared for these games, and it looks the same as always. They're well prepared and well coached, just as the North. So a player, one of these players here with a game this close is going to have to make a play.
Yeah, Gomez in shotgun looking, goes to his right, throws it, but almost intercepted right there, almost jumped the route. Coach, what did you see right there?
Well, that's number 10 who just had a nice catch. The quarterback is down.
Gomez is on the ground for North. I didn't see what happened, but
he got lit up. The end was coming from the edge, and he got the ball off in the face of the guy, and very courageous. Hopefully, I'm sure he's going to be okay. Let's just keep an eye on him.
Coach, what's this mean for kids around this area to have an all-star game like this?
Well, number one, in my opinion, it gives them a chance to play, but it recognizes all the hard work that a football player goes through in their career, and it's rewarding. I was talking to my son, who is a high coach, plays high school, and the fact that they can stay at UOP for the whole week and get treated well is, it's really cool and really an honor, and it's special.
And they get that dorm atmosphere like some
great.
4-year schools get to do.
No, they get to do all those things, and rightly so. And it's a good thing for the whole community to have a game like this.
Gomez comes off. Quentin Gaines comes back into the ball game. It's 4th and 1 at the 46-yard line in the second quarter. 8:09 remaining. Coach, what do you think they're going to do right here?
Well, obviously they put big man. I think is that loyalty. Probably moves to his side.
Nice little direct snap to Gaines, but hands it off.
Didn't get it. They didn't get it. They needed to get to at least the 45. Didn't look like they did it.
And they looked in and it got snuffed out by the South. The South is playing really well on both ends so far. As you said, the coaching-wise, they're always ready for this game, no matter who the coaching staff is.
Yes, they are. And obviously our defense is doing well. We've made plays on O. We just haven't got our guys out in to the green enough. And obviously the North has the kind of guys that if they can get the ball in space can change the game. They just have to stop them here if they want to get the ball back and make something of it before the half.
Gabe Sanchez behind center now, or in shotgun, hands it off. And North is right there to get the tackle. What do you make of the quarterback switching every other series for the South?
Well, it's really hard when you coach an all-star game to find ways to get the guys in the game. You could go halves, you could go series. There's a lot of things you could do. So if they're comfortable with the leadership of the quarterbacks on the South and being mature enough to come in and out, then I think it's a good idea that they are allowed to play series and control how long they can stay out there.
7:25 remaining in the second quarter. South up 3-0. Sanchez looks for an open man, finds him, and they get in. That's number 10, Jordan Porter.
He's having a really good game right now, number 10. He's having a good game on both sides of the ball. No surprise. Turlock High is a very good program and has a lot of good players.
Yeah, that area has a lot of great athletes.
Yes, it does.
Sanchez from Patterson High School, the quarterback for the South. That's another great program.
Absolutely, they've churned out a lot of
kids a couple years ago.
We've had a few Patterson kids, and they're great players.
Kendrick Trotter comes to mind.
Yeah, and a very Demario Hammonds.
Yes. Oh, and that was a play that developed very quickly.
35, the kid from Tracy, he's a special player. 35, he's in another place. They keep testing his side, and kind of a perfect John Smith and head coach at Oregon State. He's a very good player, and you can see why he's having to block him off.
Michael, I will know the former coach for Oregon State, now the assistant head coach.
Sanchez looking to the sidelines for the call, barking out some orders. Man in motion, fake handoff. Nice to Porter. Porter has the ball, but the South rubs that one, and that's Ruben Lee.
Yes.
Ruben Lee playing both ways.
Yes.
How big is it for like a small school like Brookside Christian to get some of these guys in a game like this?
Well, it's great because it gives them a chance to show that they can play with the bigger school athletes, which is no surprise, but still they don't get a chance to do it. And so this gives Ruben and others a chance to show that no matter what school they went to, they'd be a baller, and obviously he is.
Sanchez looks, scrambles, throws it up in the air, and that was ill-conceived interception by the North. Coach, that had disaster written all over it.
I think is that Bo James from Edison? Yeah, Brandy.
Yes, it is.
Brandy James. No surprise
Mason
there.
James, yeah.
No surprise. He's a heck of a player. Uh-oh. What? Okay.
Coach, what could you see right there? What happened?
Well, the quarterback took a shot, and it's smart because if it's picked, they gotta go 90. If somebody catches it, there's a PI. So it's always more risky for the defense to have long balls thrown toward them than it is the offense. But in this case, the safety made a great play, and now the North has the ball.
5:45 remaining in the second quarter. South up 30-0. Quentin Gaines is out there as quarterback for the North. Claps his hand once, gets the snap, looking. Slides to his right, finds the open man. Into James.
Yeah.
Nice little development right there.
And the quarterback did a great job of being patient and allowing the receiver to clear. And it paid off.
What are they doing right there when they're clapping their hands? Is that a signal off?
Yeah, that way everybody can hear it, that the ball is going to be snapped. It's that way they don't have to look back. They don't have to listen for a count.
Or a silent count.
Yes. So, and that goes toward the Martinez system that the quarterback's used to and comfortable with. So, big advantage.
Quentin Gaines steps back, drops, finds an open man right there.
That's gone.
And that is to the house. Walter Maimon. He looks, the Bear Creek product to the house. Touchdown, flip in the end zone. Nice little excitement right there. And there's...
Oh, no. I don't see a flag on the ground, do you?
No, I do not.
But they look like they're going to bring it back. They're going to bring it back.
False start, I believe they're calling on the North. But what happened right there? That was a nice play by Maimon.
Well, once again, it shows that if the North can get their athletes out in space and get the ball to them, that good things will happen.
Kid from Bear Creek High School, Walter Maimon.
A very good player.
Playing from our former NFL player, too. With the,
yeah, one Reggie Camp,
yeah.
Legendary Cal, and Cleveland Brown.
So they're going to back it up now. Let's see if Quentin Gaines can do that again.
Just find one of those other players.
And that's how fast the air raid system is, right, Coach?
It's that quick, especially if you have guys. The South guy had a chance, but out there one-on-one in space, it's a tough out.
Somebody speed like Maimon.
Yeah, no, he's a special player.
Gaines looking, goes to his left. Finds an open man. That's James. James has the ball, and he runs out of bounds.
Well, what's happening now is the quarterback for the North is able to get outside the pressure, outside the pocket.
And these guys haven't played in months. How much do you think it's a factor that they've basically taken a couple months off? And
well, some of these guys haven't done anything since November.
Yeah.
If they're not a two-sport athlete,
yeah,
then both teams are going to get the rust out a little bit during the first half of this game.
And we're kind of seeing it now with Gaines.
Absolutely.
The quarterback. Claps his hands once, gets the ball, looking for his man.
Looking for the bubble.
Finds it and drops it is number 8. Isaiah Reddick from McNair High School.
Now, he's another really good athlete that if he gets a touch and can find green, he's gone too. The South did a very good job of playing that particular play.
And we know McNair High School has a good couple years of wide receivers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have plenty of good athletes over there.
Speed in North Stockton.
Yes, absolutely.
Gaines getting the call from the sideline from Coach Martinez. How many plays do you think they have in this air raid system for
they don't need a lot. I think they probably convert the routes.
Mm-hmm.
So they can, because Gaines understands the scheme, he's probably able to do more.
Gaines drops it back to Mayman. Mayman almost catching it, and no go. There was defenders all over him, Coach.
Yeah, that was a great throw, good route, but a better defensive play by number 15 from the south.
The lights are coming on. The shadows are coming in. How big a factor is that?
Well, I think it was good to take that shot because it was second down.
Yeah.
You can see, though, if they can get the ball out to those guys with some space, they can throw shorter routes and let those guys run with the ball. So they're more than capable of getting a first down, even on a short route. We'll see what they do here.
Do-ride receivers to the left, one to the right. Gaines gets the ball, quick snap, looking to his left, scrambles back the other way.
Well, he's got
finds
room.
Open space, but there's somebody to trip him up right there, and it's close to a first down.
Yeah, now this might be 4-down territory. I don't know if I'm
nothing to lose here. You have to go for it.
No, I think
Coach Martinez.
if he did, I would be very comfortable with that, and they should be capable of getting a yard. Be interested to see what they do.
And they're going to call a timeout real quick. Smart move, Coach.
Oh yeah, because if you're going to do it, you want to be sure everybody knows. The quarterback Gaines is pretty dynamic, both pass and run. So maybe if they can do some kind of pass run option, he should be, he'll be skilled enough and smart enough to know whether he should tuck it and go or get it out.
You're watching the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Football Game from Tracy High School, Wayne Schneider Stadium. The South currently leading 3-0 thanks to a field goal, 3:57 remaining in the first half. Coach, it's kind of as we mentioned throughout the second quarter, both teams are getting comfortable, and some of these guys haven't played football in a couple months.
Yeah, you can see the rust coming off them and them getting a little better with their reads and some of the angles that they're required to have. So I think we've seen some big-time plays already.
Yeah.
So we can anticipate the second half being very, very dynamic.
Gaines telling some of the guys what they're going to do.
Yeah, you can tell that Gaines has a lot of leadership qualities.
Yeah.
A very high football IQ.
Here we go. Short formation. Gaines going to look to keep the ball. Runs it, but I think he gets stuck right there, and you could hurt a...
Well, I think the challenge for the North on that one was there was no read or deception.
How do you feel about that as a coach, running that ball in that situation in a shotgun? Because as we know it, not a lot of high schools run a pro-style offense, and a lot of quarterbacks aren't comfortable under center.
That was what I would deem an old single wing play, where the quarterback just gets it and just it's a quarterback ISO lead basically. Yeah. But you got to be able to knock the guys off the ball to do it, and the South's defensive front did a good job of shutting it down.
Cabero back in there, the quarterback from Los Banos.
Yeah.
Looking to the sidelines for the call. And shotgun looking for his open man, throws it downfield. Ruben Lee looking to cover there, but did they catch a no catch right there? Ruben Lee, nice coverage right there, Coach.
It was beautiful coverage. It was a great effort by the South's receiver, but Ruben Lee was able to rip it out. Very, very good play by Ruben, and the defense for the North, as you can see, is starting to become a little more stout. One of the things that's going on here is the South came out running the ball early and marched down the field, and now they're spreading out and throwing downfield, and I don't know if they're as comfortable doing that as they would be running the ball, but we'll see.
South looking shotgun, looking
screen.
Nice screen right there, as Coach said. Nice little pickup right there by the big man, and he runs and gets
he's
first
a load.
Down.
That fullback is a load for the South.
I want to ask you something. As we mentioned Brookside Christian earlier, Ruben Lee, somebody who has to play two ways probably because of the small roster size.
Absolutely.
How do you think that helps him as a wide receiver and a cornerback?
Well, number one, his durability and football IQ improves because he's has to study both sides of the ball, not only scheme and strategy, but technique. His
skill set, so they can bench you, and it's obvious once you win, playing two-way ball probably his whole high school career, and so it makes him very versatile, and he's strong enough to hit on both sides.
I think they're called a penalty or something because
they did.
North is walking back.
Yeah. Well, that helps.
As we mentioned, how big of a factor is the wind, do you think, tonight for throwing the ball?
It's a factor.
The ball?
It's a factor if they let it, but right now, I think with they're throwing it against the wind or with the wind, but they've been on the mark. They haven't been off too much. Quarterback
keeper there for the South, and nice tackle by number 75 for the North, Royal.
Well, this is
and you got a pretty big couple of guys on that defensive line for Team North.
No, there's some dudes, as they say, and that short gain put them in a third and long. So we'll see what they do with the ball. Well, they're going to throw it.
Coach,
straight drop back.
Yeah, nice little play right there. Finds his open man.
Beautiful and throw.
What kind of defense was the?
It looked like some kind of too high look, and there's bubbles in there. I don't know is there a rule against blitzing? I think there is. Yeah. So, they know that you're only going to bring 4, and if that's true, then they have ways they can block it up and give the quarterback time.
2:40 remaining in the second quarter. South leads 3-0 right now, and it's so we said slow-paced football from both teams, but high-paced offense sometimes. Nice little move right there up. Great call by the South's offensive coordinator right there. Kendrick Bond from Patterson running the ball.
Yeah, that was he made a guy miss behind the line of scrimmage, and that gave him a window there. A nice little move, good feet. See, now they're
in motion right there.
See, now they're back to what they did when they opened up the game by running the ball.
Yeah, running the ball.
Now they're playing downhill, running the ball, and to me, it's been. I mean, obviously they've been effective, but they haven't been able to score much. But neither team has this first half. I see it being a little more wide open in the second half.
And we tend to see a more wide open, as we said, game in the second half because most of these guys haven't been playing in a couple months, but
you're right.
They're still learning. They only had 1 week together to learn some of the system.
You're right. The timing might not quite be there yet, but it looks like it's getting better every play.
Handoff to number 5, Esteban Bergren from Central Valley. Coach, it's 1:27 remaining in the first quarter. Are they going to milk the clock, or are they going to...
Well, they're going to... If they milk the clock and don't score, they'd be happy right now given how the game's played out. But their kicker, they have a really good kicker. And I'm sure they could, milk enough clock, and if they don't get it, kick it, and not have a lot of time left on the clock to have to, play defense.
South has called a timeout.
That's smart.
So, Coach, you have upcoming football season for Delta College, right?
Yes, sir. We our summer program, like probably a lot of JUCO, starts Monday, and that's when we start the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're excited. Every year, is exciting because new guys are coming in, and there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement, and it's no different this year. Can't wait to see how things unfold as the summer proceeds.
And as we mentioned, football is almost here. It's already middle of June, and I actually watched some CFL games over the weekend. I have a friend who coaches the receivers at Edmonton, and the Eskimos.
Yeah, they actually had a lightning strike during their game.
Winnipeg, right?
Yeah, so they actually brought the ESPN cameras into the locker room, and he was in there. And I texted him and said, "Hey, I'm watching you on TV right now." And a few minutes later, he texted me back because they were just sitting there patiently waiting. So, but it's nothing like as great as CFL is. It's not this.
No, yeah, CFL's interesting rules.
It is, but hey, it's still football.
It's still football, yeah.
But it's not this. I love watching this right here. It's getting the blood flowing.
Some of this game is some of these kids' last games as a football players.
Yes. Oh my God.
Nice seal.
And
touchdown South.
They were able to
Touchdown, number 15,
seal the
Gabriel
edge and
Cordero.
seal the corner. Good job of blocking not only on the edge but downfield. And
as we mentioned, one of those Turlock kids.
yeah, they're like we were saying, Turlock High is a perennial playoff team, and there's reasons for it.
Alongside Pittman High School, also in Turlock area.
Another very good high school.
Powers around that region.
Absolutely.
On to kick for the South is Edmund Adams out of Waterford.
Yeah, he's shown an ability to kick off well, and PAT field goal. We'll see how he does here with the wind.
Kick up on the way, and this one is
it looked good coming off.
10-0 right now. 1:01 remaining in the second quarter of the 45th annual Lions All-Star Game here at Tracy High School in Tracy, California. And Coach, as we mentioned, this North has had its opportunities, but the South has capitalized on their opportunities also.
Yeah, well, I think we've had the North has had the ball down inside the goal line area and came out empty because of the takeaway and then a long touchdown return. That would have put them right in the middle of the game here without a lot of debate. But yeah, what the South has been able to do is, be under control despite the stress, and they've been able to respond. I mean, it's still basically a one-play game. The North can do something with this minute left. They can get on the board. They'll be fine coming into the second half.
What kind of kick do you do right here? Up the middle, or
if this kid, I would just let him kick it.
Yeah.
And then let him play.
Kick up in the air. This one's decent. That looks like it's going to be Ruben Lee.
And that's the problem though, is you got some dynamic guys with the ball.
And as we see, Lee has the ball, and he gets about the 32-yard line.
Yeah. That was a heck of a kick against the wind.
Yeah. A nice return by Ruben, too.
Absolutely. Ruben found the window, as he always does, and was able to take advantage of it. Plenty of time. I don't know how many timeouts are left, Coach. I can't see. Looks like the North has one, so they have to be judicious with this. Thrown out to the edges. You can still run the ball, though. There's time to run the ball.
We haven't seen Isaiah Gomez back out there either, so it's been Quentin Gaines' show so far.
Yeah. Where is Isaiah? I'm looking for him on the sideline.
Gaines has the ball, claps once, looking for the open man. Straight drop back, as Coach mentioned, finds his open man. Nice catch right there. Complete control. That was by number 23, Eric Robertson at West High School here in Tracy. Nice catch, a nice throw by Gaines. Gaines kind of getting his rhythm back.
Unfortunately, they said he didn't possess it long enough.
How do you feel about that rule as a defensive coach or as a coach in general?
Well, let me tell you this. I don't know anybody that is involved in football that knows what a catch is anymore.
Right? Exactly.
From players to coaches to anybody else, I could not give you a definition now. I used to believe I knew, and I don't. So it's a little disconcerting for everybody.
And they call a flag right now. As you mentioned, people, it's hard to find what a catch is at certain times.
Well, we used to...
In any sport, any football. I mean, in the NFL, we saw it with Calvin Johnson a couple of years ago. Yeah. Nowadays, we see it all the time.
Well, I guarantee this without being cynical. If you ask the NFL refs, each one independently, if they would write down what a catch is, they couldn't do it.
And we have some in the local Stockton area.
Yeah, no.
Pete Morelli, Mike Pereira.
Coaches couldn't, players can't, nobody knows.
Even referees can't.
The funny thing is we used to know what it was. All of us could agree. So that's unfortunate because
Quentin Gaines has the ball, looking, hands it off to Ruben Lee. Ruben Lee has the ball, a nice reverse right there, and gets tripped up.
Well, it's good that he got out of bounds and stops the clock. Now, what you don't want to do here, you want to go for the first down, but you don't want to put yourself in a situation where they get the ball back with time.
So usually between Walker and Marketplace, how much does this help Coach Martinez that he has his starting quarterback? Yeah, it's Stanislaus. I mean, help some of these guys. It helps with the rhythm and the flow. And brings the students good.
He was looking for the ball where he gets so take a down sack, and he had no clue right there what was happening. Cordero is the guy who had the touchdown with the sack.
What happened right there, Coach?
Well, they got pressure so quick he couldn't even get the ball out without risking an interception. So he had to swallow the sack. You don't want the sack, but in that case, it's better than making an errant throw. He didn't have any time at all on that one. Somebody freed up on the edge, and I think he did the smart thing. He probably even should have gone down sooner to not risk the fumble. But there's an example of a headsy kid making a headsy play in it, and you wouldn't see it that way if you didn't understand the game. Now they have to get rid. Now they have to kick it and just hold serve here on
the
defense.
South will kneel on it, or do you think they'll?
No, they still got. If they can get it, the North is kicking it against the wind. So who knows where the ball is going to end up? But they can take a couple shots if they want and put their kicker in a situation where he has another shot at a field goal. So they can steal 3 here if they play it smart.
The wind going against the South right now.
No, they're kicking into the wind.
Yeah, the North's kicking in the wind.
So this could help. Yeah, that's why you can see the South returners moving up. They're not very deep, and they're smart. They're going with 2 guys, so they can.
Nice kick right there.
That was a nice kick, and he backed out. He didn't catch it.
So as he lets it bounce.
That was very.
Nice kick though by the.
Oh no! It saved the day. Now they probably are going to just kneel down, but if he would have fair caught it, it would have saved him about 20 yards. So.
Coach, do you like coming to these games?
Oh, I love it. I've came to several of them. Coach Schneider and the Lions Club and Coach Hawkins and all of them have done an awesome job of not only putting the game together, but keeping the game, because so many all-star games throughout the state and country are no longer with us, and it's sad. So we're so happy that the Lions Club is fighting hard to keep the game and need all the support we get from all the community to keep it alive and well. So now I'd miss it if we didn't have it.
No kneeling right here, Coach, but they hand it off to the big man.
They have no more timeouts, so you're right. They're just going to let it go.
Maybe they'll let this one wind down.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining me in this.
No, it was great. Thanks. It was always good to hang out with you.
You might have a future at this color commentator.
Well, you just keep me in mind when you make it big, because you're going to make it big. Believe me.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us at halftime at the 45th Annual Lions All-Star Game. Team South 10, Team North 0. When we come back on KXVS for the second half, thank you for joining us right here on the Voice of Stockton. As again, Team South leading right now 10-0. We'll talk to you right after halftime.